Hi, Joe. It's already looking pretty windy where you are. Is that Storm Barbette?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the winds have already reached us. I mean, they're not even that strong here, about 35 miles per hour gusts. But I've got a firm hand on the tripod here, otherwise the whole thing is going to go over. And yes, the rain is here as well. It's across much of Ireland. It's across parts of Wales, through central parts of the country, spreading its way down towards the southeast. And this is just the start. It is literally going to last 4 days, this. Now, the big problem is we've got an area of high pressure over Scandinavia. And as this storm starts to make its way up, it gets blocked. It can't go any further. And if you imagine something running into a stationary thing, it all gets a bit squished. And so with that, we'll get these squeezes on the isobars, which of course these very strong winds. Now you're talking about 65, 70 miles per hour, and you're absolutely right. Eastern Scotland, yes. But Western Scotland, because to the lee of the high ground, where the isobars get squeezed more, we could see up to 90 miles per hour over some of the higher ground there. And luckily, those are the less populated areas. But certainly, we've got many risks involved here. First of all, the rainfall, which could be 100 to 150 millimetres, possibly more than 200 to 250 millimetres, which is about 2 months' worth in 24 hours. And that's on top of the rainfall they had just a couple of weeks ago, which caused floods and landslides. And so that red alert is one to be taken very, very seriously. Literally, the Met Office say, if you are going to go out tomorrow morning, which is before the red alert comes into effect, you need to have a plan as to how you're going to get home. Because the rain will start, and okay, the red warning comes into place around 1800, I think, tomorrow night. But if you are leaving your house tomorrow, you need to know how you're going to get back, because there's a very good chance places could be cut off, there'll be flooding, things like buses and trains will be cancelled or certainly delayed. Roads may become impassable. So, I mean, this red warning is really very rare. And obviously, we're focused on that right at the moment. But there are many, many other warnings. There are amber warnings, there are yellow warnings, the winds gusting 50, 60 miles per hour in many parts of the country. So we're really not in for a good few days' weather with Storm Barbette and all that that entails.
Indeed. Apart from the fact that yellow and red are different colours, try to explain to us, if you can, Joe, the difference between a yellow warning, which is obviously serious, and a red warning, which is top of the scale. I'm assuming red warning involves the possible danger to life. I mean, a very, very serious storm, extremely rare here. And let's face it, we've had some big storms lately. So try to explain the difference between yellow and red for us.
Well, they're degrees of concern, basically. So a yellow warning, if you get a yellow warning, which we do quite often for strong winds or, sort of a lot of rain and the kind of thing, it says if you go out, you're going to find it quite difficult out there. If you're driving, you'll find a lot of surface water. You may find puddles on the side of the road. You're at risk of aquaplaning, all those kind of things. By the time you get to amber, you need to start taking some notice. And these are often where you get a lot of heavy rain. You've also got spring tides and strong winds. So you're looking at, big waves around coastal areas. You're looking at extensive and heavy, significant rainfall, for inland parts of the country. And then you get the red warnings, which are literally a threat to life. And where you get the red warning, really, without being a nanny state, you have to say, do not travel. If you don't have to travel, just don't do it. It's not worth it. Weather conditions are likely to be so bad that you are going to have a problem one way or another, whether it's your vehicle, stopping in flood water, and then you've got to try and walk your way home or whatever, or trying to pick your kids up from school, or any of those journeys or things that you don't actually have to do, and which could land you in a lot more trouble. And if you end up in that trouble, well, it could be a risk to life, yes.